Hello, may I have your attention please? Today I would like to give you a short conversation between two people. Number one, the woman says to the man, he had been at his computer all morning. He the man agreed with her. He explained to her he has lots of email to answer. The she told him she can't she can't bother to read her email, so she didn't have to reply. Number two, the man wanted to know if the woman had put her laptop in the overhead compartment. The woman disagreed with him. She said to him, she hadn't thought she could bring on it for. He believed that she could. He told her he used himself
to
to
get
to
to get a lot
to get a lot of work done
done
on
on
the
the
laboratory. The woman wanted to know if the man had heard about Mr. Muske's transfer. The man agreed with her. He told her he was happy because then he wouldn't have to drive far to work. To work. She was surprised by that. She wondered. She wondered who will number four. The man said hello to the woman, and he offered to help her. The woman told him she was there to see Mr. Brown because she had the 1 o'clock appointment. The man stressed having a seat. She told her she would let him know she was there. Number five, the woman said to the man, she thought she would invite her staff over for dinner on Thursday. He was surprised by that. He wanted to know what's wrong with her weekend evening like Saturday. She replied to him, people were usually on busy on Friday, and such a man asked the woman where they should go for lunch. The man told her they were new health food restaurant or mass dinner or just across the street to 201. The woman told him it was easy because he had a coupon for $2 on any two lunches. That was the last health food place. The man agreed with her. He told her I the man introduced himself and he wanted to know if his address stamp was ready. The woman disagreed with him. She told him it hadn't been delivered yet. They usually come in shortly afternoon. The man agreed with her. He told her he would number nine. The woman asked the man what the best way to get that report to the main office was on time. The man suggested sending it by overnight mail or maybe by couriers or emailing it. The woman agreed with him. She suggested using his computer and chatting it to an email server. Mary asked Cindy when the cooking demonstration was begun. Cindy replied to Mary there was two presentations, one at night and another at 11. Mary stretches, going to number 6. The man said to the woman, he told that for the peace that girls across the top. The woman disagreed with him. She stretches looking. She told him, it fits inside, so must be her shell. The man agreed with her. She told her she would use slightly longer. For 11, the woman said to Tom that Sally wasn't going to the conference in Orlando. Afterward, she asked him if he could go in her place. The man was surprised by the fact that she didn't know he couldn't drive. She told him no problem. John was going to. He would take him in. The man said to the woman he was so glad they decided to come there. That resort had everything. The woman told him he could sign that again. Top restaurants, great view from her room, view poor. The man said to her he had spent all day in the fitness center and he had used the quick meal. But 13, the woman asked the man if he was sure he couldn't have the shell as he seemed envelopes. The man agreed with her, however, only in the small size. The woman replied to him she needed a large size. For 14, the man said to the woman that at first he thought that we walked fast to be done by Wednesday. She agreed with him and she said that the manager's size would till the middle of the week. He agreed with her, however, then she asked him exactly when and he said Tuesday. 15, the woman said to Anton that she was glad he was okay, and she asked him how his wife and kids were. He replied to her, that's fine. He inquired for his youngest boy. His baby was still a piece shaken up from the accident. She told him that she was sure his baby would get over it soon.